And welcome back to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I'm your host, Pep Fernandez. We're talking San Bernardino Valley College basketball. Head coach Quincy Brewer really enjoying this year's season and team as they have really progressed and improved over the course of the season. And right now, they are one win away from going back to the state's Elite Eight for the third year in a row. The Wolverines this past Saturday winning on the road against Mount Sac. And before that, the state playoffs opened at home in an overtime thriller against Irvine Valley College. That's where we go. Highlights. There is Coach Brewer, and what a job he has done this season with the Wolverines. Let's get to the highlights in this one. It was a one-point game at halftime. Lasers with the ball to steal, and Chine Nwanavu throws it down. It's now 30-25. Wolverines. Irvine Valley, Jesse Steins from the outside hits the three, cuts the SBVC lead to 2. Later, Wolverines now trailing by 1 when Jason Lee pulls up at the elbow, and he's going to sink that jumper. IVC's Roman Swizik answers. He's going to swish the 3. Swizik lasers back in front, 34-32. Swizik led his team with 28 points in the game. IVC extends its lead with this bucket in transition. Amon Allen lays it in there for Irvine Valley. The Wolverines, DeJuan Franklin, he would answer from the outside. Sinks that three-pointer to tie the game at 36. In fact, a couple big three-pointers would put SBVC back in the lead. This time it's Malachi Owens from deep as he hits. Irvine Valley's Marcus Start pulls up for the mid-range jumper here, gives the Lasers a 1-point lead, 40-39. Back and forth we go. But no lead was safe in this game. Many lead changes in this one. Lee drains the 3 for SBVC. Now less than 8 minutes to play in the game. IVC Swizik hits a couple big baskets. First, he knocks down the jumper, and then Swizik from long distance. That three-pointer gives the Lasers a 6-point lead. SBVC looking to answer again. It's going to be Michael, nice pass to Nwanavu for the dunk. Wolverines back within 4. The IVC lead would grow to as many as 9 points with less than 5 minutes to play. Steins, the bucket inside. SBVC down 53-44. The Wolverines would continue to fight and proceeded to score the next 6 straight points. The steal and the dunk by Nwanavu, 53-50. IVC on top with 3.5 minutes to play. It's a 3-point game. SBVC would battle all the way back. Isaiah Espinoza in the corner for 3. 55-53, the Wolverines are back on top. Less than a minute in regulation, and the Lasers. Swizik hits the jumper to tie the game at 55. And that's how we end regulation. We're headed to overtime. In OT, the Wolverines come out strong. Nice move by Lee to squeeze inside and get the bucket. Then it's Nwanavu in the corner for 3. SBVC grabs the lead, and they would not look back in overtime. Here comes Lee for 2 more. He's going to hit the jumper. He dropped 28 to lead the Wolverines as they win 68-62, the final in overtime. The Wolverines advance in the state playoffs, and as I mentioned, they are now 1 win away from going to the Elite Eight. Here's head coach Quincy Brewer after that big win.
Well, hey, we played as, probably about as bad as we were capable of playing offensively. Missed multiple layups, multiple wide-open shots, but I just think that our guys just had the grit and the toughness to win the playoffs, because in the playoffs, it's just about winning the game, and that's it. Well, I would say that in my 20 years of coaching, I don't know if I've seen the team grow as much as I have with this team. These guys have grown immensely. I appreciate them. They work hard. They're here every day for practice, and I'm just very, very grateful to be their coach.
All right, so here's an updated look at the brackets for the state playoffs. SBVC, we just showed you the highlights of their opening round win against Irvine Valley in overtime. Then they went on the road and beat Mount Sac 59-51. So now they are playing Cerro Coso in the next round. If they win that, they go to the state's Elite Eight. And Cerro Coso is a team that they've already beaten twice in conference play. So it's looking really good for the Wolverines. They're going to go on the road to Saracoso, and if they win that one, it's back to the state's Elite Eight. So best of luck to Quincy Brewer and the Wolverines. Well, it is March, so it's a slice of March Madness even here in the city of San Bernardino. We're talking about Cal State San Bernardino, the Yotes winning, the men's basketball team winning the CC2A Conference Crown, regular season conference crown for the third year in a row. In fact, the conference tournament for the men's and women's basketball teams will be at Casullus Arena on campus at Cal State. So we'll see if the Yotes can punch their ticket to the next round in Division II. Congratulations to the regular season champs, the men's basketball team. Now let's take you out to Fiscalini Field for some Cal State San Bernardino baseball, taking on Cal State Stanislaus. Stan State at Fiscalini Field. First inning, the visiting Warriors get right to work. Chris Catalano ropes the double to left field. 2-run score, 2-0 Stan State. CSUSB starter Carter Herrera gets the strikeout to end the first inning. Stan State, well, they would counter with Tony Jacob on the mound, and he worked 7 shutout innings, and he struck out 7, the lefty there. There's one of his Ks, that one coming in the second inning against the Yotes. Later in the inning, the Yotes are threatening. Riley Parker sends the flare to right field, and it will fall in for a base hit. CSUSB with runners on second and third. They got something going here, but Patrick Fragoso lines out to the second baseman, and the Yotes come up empty in the inning. So now we fast forward to the third inning. Catalano back at the plate again for Stan State, and we have liftoff. The home run to left center field for Catalano gives Stanislaus a 6-0 lead. Cal State San Bernardino falls to Stan State 6-2 in the second game of the doubleheader on Friday. The Warriors made it a doubleheader sweep as they also won the first game this past Friday against Cal State San Bernardino, outslugging them by a score of 13-11. All right, let's see if the Yotes can get back to their winning ways in their next series. All right, well, that's going to do it for this edition of Sports Weekly on IEMG. Make sure you subscribe to the Inland Empire Media Group YouTube channel. We would appreciate it. My name is Pep Fernandez, and we'll see you next time on Sports Weekly on IEMG.